Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and today we're going to be talking about the One Being for Mortal Kombat. Now, in order to understand the One Being, we need to go back to ancient time, back to the very beginning of time itself. You see, before the realms had been created, there were two different sort of deities, the One Being and the Elder Gods. Now, this so-called One Being was an extremely powerful entity, but in order to survive, he had to feed on the essences of the Elder Gods. Of course, the Elder Gods weren't too pleased about this, and a war broke out between the two factions. Now, despite the Elder Gods' limitless power, they were unable to defeat the One Being, and this is due to the fact that the One Being's power is infinite due to the fact that he would feed on Elder Gods for sustenance. Now, the Elder Gods knew that they couldn't take him down with sheer power, so they would create 6 magical Kamidogu and use these items to in fact separate the One Being into 6 different pieces, and these different pieces would in fact become the realms that we've come to know. Earth Realm, Nether Realm, Outworld, Order Realm, Chaos Realm, and Edenia are really all shattered pieces of the One Being's conscience. And although he is defeated and currently in a deep slumber, the One Being isn't truly dead. You see, throughout the entirety of the Mortal Kombat franchise, the One Being's consciousness had been in fact seeking and traveling across all of the realm, causing greed, destruction, and conquest. The One Being has been working behind the shadows to influence the acts of such people like the Dragon King Onaga or Outworld's brutal ruler Shao Kahn. He influences these individuals that when they start merging the realm, he can once again become whole. Now, the One Being is that ancient, but everyone outside of the Elder Gods don't really know anything of him. He's an unknown deity, and if anything, a sleeping threat. Hell, we don't even get any information of the One Being up to Mortal Kombat Deception, where we get to learn more about him, and we do get some hints that he was in fact originally going to be designed as the end boss for Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Of course, this was proven false when we got Blaze, but we do get a slight hint at him in Mortal Kombat 9. This is during the opening sequence in which Shao Kahn is radiating with Blaze's power as he brutally executes Raiden. It's believed by many that Shao Kahn was completely under the influence of the One Being at the time, but this is mostly theoretical, but it can be believed so that it was the One Being, as the One Being's appearance in the Mortal Kombat franchise is an inevitable one. Now, once again, during the reboot of the timeline, Shao Kahn does attempt to invade Earthrealm with Outworld, but ultimately does fail, further postponing the eventual return of the One Being. Now, here's a little fun fact for you. During the Mortal Kombat X comics, the Kamidogus we see in the original timeline have been altered. Instead of amulets, they now are in fact daggers, and we learn from the comics that these daggers had tasted the blood of the One Being, and they are the source of blood magic. And blood magic is an ancient form of power, one that isn't really seen in the Mortal Kombat universe anymore. Now, they say that these blades haven't just tasted the blood of the One Being, but his essence lives within each of these daggers, which may be a slight storyline change they've done within this reboot. Of course, we don't see much of these Kamidogus, and they are just used to turn Reiko into a blood god, but we aren't able to see more really of the One Being, or his influences from that point onwards. Now, some of you may just believe that this is a lot of hoo-ha, and the idea of the One Being will never come to fruition, and is something essentially quote-unquote lost to time. Well, need I remind you, in Shinnok's arcade ending in Mortal Kombat X, is that Shinnok is successful in re-merging all of the realms and awakening the One Being, allowing him to consume the Elder Gods and pretty much end all of existence. So the idea of the One Being is certainly something that we will most likely see be explored in the next few games. The One Being has been lurking around for such a long amount of time now. It would be an honest shame if NRS didn't see what they had on their hands here. A very underdeveloped and very interesting concept, and if it's played off right, the One Being could be one of the best bosses to touch the Mortal Kombat franchise. So hopefully we will be able to see that in the future. But anyway, this kind of wraps it up for the One Being video. Hopefully this has given you some clarity on what the One Being is, as the character is very shady and is pretty much shrouded in mystery. Now, next week I'll most likely be talking about the Great Kung Lao. I want to cover a few more obscure characters who had played a very significant role within the story. I'm probably forgetting a fair few important characters, so please put down in the comments below a character who's played a very important role in Mortal Kombat, and one who you'd like to see me make a video on. I just want to give you all a heads up too that I will be going back to making some more Mortal Kombat 11 theories, as well as top 5s in a week or so time. So don't worry, you'll get all your goodness there. Now, if possible guys, let's try getting this video to roughly about 500 likes. It's a great way of supporting this channel, as YouTube's still currently going through its adpocalypse phase. Now, as always guys, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.